What is up, everybody? It's Cobes here, and today I am back with a Fortnite video. In today's video, we're going over the 10 worst Season 4 skins in Fortnite. This is just an awful list of skins. Imagine if you could only use these 10 skins. Honestly, it's 12 skins because we have 2 duo sets, but basically 12 skins. Imagine if you had to use these all day long. I would end my life. But in Season 5, it's odd to say, but I am very excited to see the worst skins in Season 5 because it's kind of funny to see how hard they tried on certain skins and they just ended up failing pretty miserably. But drop a like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications, guys. Tell me what you think is the worst skin in Season 4. And do you guys have any expectations for Season 5? Do you think it's going to be a good season or a bad one for skins? So I think it's going to be a good one overall, and I'm super excited. I think we have 12 days left until Season 5. That's absolutely nuts. I can't wait. And by the time this is uploaded, probably 11 days left. So let's get into this video, guys. At my number 10 spot for a very underwhelming skin, this one, I wouldn't necessarily say it should even be on this list, but there weren't enough skins for me to really put anything else on here, so I had to get 10, and I feel like this one deserves a spot like mediocre or just average, plain, boring. We have the stalker at our number 10 spot, and for me, it's just very underwhelming. At first, I thought it was going to be very cool because of that green gas mask. I mean, that looks really cool, especially in Fortnite. I thought it would look great, but in game, you don't really see the gas mask. You can only see the backside of him, and he has a trench coat, which a lot of other skins in this game have, and the new detective skins that are coming soon, they're gonna have it as well. So it's like, there's so many skins out there with trench coats already. Why even bother getting this skin? I think this is underwhelming. If you're looking for a trench coat design, go for the Raven instead. That's one of the best in the game. One of my favorite legendaries in the game, I would say. Moving on to my number 9 spot, I had to give it to the squad leader. And see, for me, the squad leader, it's just super underwhelming as well. I think it's more underwhelming than the stalker because at least the stalker isn't in the battle pass, but the squad leader, I don't think people really realize the squad leaders even in this game at this point. So it's the second to last tier. Well, it's tier 87, but the second to last skin you get. This being the second to last skin you get is so annoyingly horrible. I think it's just way too simple of a design. I think you have to do something a little bit different or crazier for battle pass skins, in my opinion. That's just how I feel. But I never see anyone using this, and everyone's sitting here saying, I remember in the beginning of Season 4, everyone was saying, oh, this skin's great, you're dumb for not liking it. I have never seen a fucking person use this in my life. I've never seen it. So guys, don't bullshit me. I know no one uses this fucking skin. Leave a comment if you do. Maybe you do. Maybe a couple people out there do, but I know the vast majority of people stray away from this one for sure. Moving on to my number 8 spot, I give it to the Battlehawk. And honestly, the Battlehawk's design is a little bit worse than the squad leader. And if I was making like a disappointing list, squad leader would be on the top of it. But I think I have to give the Battlehawk a little lower spot on this list just because squad leader, he's a little bit better. A little bit better. He's a little bit higher on top of the shit pile, if that's even a good thing, than the Battlehawk. I think the Battlehawk suffers from the same thing. It's just a very plain design that I don't really care for. Like tier 1, you have Carbide and Battlehawk. Who are you gonna really be using? Come on, let's just be honest with ourselves. Carbide is easily the better skin. Moving on to my number 7 spot, I gave it to the Moisty merman. And really, I've been trying to like this skin. I spent weeks and weeks just looking at this skin, trying to like it, like using it occasionally, using it with different back blings, seeing what looks good. And I just can't get myself to like this skin. I think this is another good try by Epic. They tried on this one, I would say, but it just didn't come through. I could see you liking this skin. This is a skin that I just personally dislike and thought was kind of disappointing, but if someone liked it, you know, I wouldn't be like hating on you or calling you dumb or anything. I think this one is a decent skin for some people, just not for me. Moving on to my number 6 spot, I give it to Ventura. And Ventura is actually one of the better skins in Season 4 in my book, but Ventura definitely not a good looking one. I thought she was going to be better than Venturion, sorry. But at the end of the day, Ventura just looks a little ugly and like a little out of place. It just doesn't look right. There's something about her skin that doesn't look right. Her color scheme, I really like it. That's why I like Venturion. But the hair coming through the mask, it sounds like a good idea. Maybe it could have been a good idea if they did it a little bit differently, but half the mask on her face and that hair poking through in that ponytail, like it seems like it would be good in my mind, but I'm looking at it right now and I know it does not look good in game. Moving on to my number 5 spot, I had to give it to one of the most underwhelming and disappointing skins ever to come to this game, the Visitor. I at first was saying the Visitor was a good skin because I was super hyped to get it. I worked so hard to get that skin. I stayed up for like 5 hours going to Risky Real just over and over and over again with 60 other people, and I just couldn't get that skin. I couldn't finish that one challenge, but I ended up finishing it. And then after I finished it, I look at the skin and it's just underwhelming. It's nothing special. I feel like a lot of these skins suffer from the same thing. Some of them, like Moisty Merman, try to be creative but fail in that regard. But if it's just a very simple design, very dull colors, and it fails, I feel like that's when it can be really, really bad and very disappointing. See, the Visitor, maybe if it was like all red or something, or all black, or all, you know, a different color than it really is, I think it could have been a lot better, but it's just too dull in my book. It does not stand out. I don't really like it. I'm just super disappointed, guys, honestly. Moving on to my number 4 spot, I gave it to Nightlight and Light Show, and I know a lot of people out here like this skin. I really don't see it too often though, and I personally think this is a great try by Epic. For me, I like Chromium and Diecast a lot more, and I feel like they have a similar like creativity factor, something that's just completely different that we really haven't seen before. And Chromium and Diecast, they succeeded for sure in my book, but Nightlight and Light Show have failed miserably, and I just don't think I can put them on this list any lower than this spot. Or yeah, any lower. I couldn't have put them any lower. They deserve to be on this list, guys. I just don't like them. Moving on to my number 3 spot, I gave it to Toxic Trooper and Hazard Agent. So which one do I like more? It really depends on the day, but I would say Hazard Agent's a little bit better because she at least has a different color scheme than Toxic Trooper, who is black. So for me, I think the Hazard Agent and Toxic Trooper look like carbon copies of the Dark Vanguard and Dark Voyager. They just have a different color scheme. I honestly think they just look too similar to those skins, and we've already seen them in season 3. I think most people are already sick of that type of design. So for me, I was sick of the astronaut themed design. These guys, I know they're not astronauts, but they might as well be. Like if they changed the name to fucking astronaut alien or some shit, I don't know, I just thought of an AA name, but if they named it that and they resold it, or they sold it for the first time, people would be like, oh yeah, that's an astronaut for sure, there's no doubt, it looks exactly like him. But they didn't, and I don't know exactly what they are. I guess they just go around fucking spraying plants or some bullshit. I don't like them, guys. They look way too similar to Dark Voyager and Dark Vanguard, and I was already sick of those skins in season 3. To see them in season 4 was kind of like a slap in the face to me. Moving on to my number 2 spot, I gave it to Abstract, and this is a skin I just plain out do not like at all. I think he has one of the worst back blings in this game and one of the worst skin designs in this game. He's just a gray man with a spray paint mask on, like a little gas mask, whatever you want to call it. Man, they failed so miserably on this. I know some people like this skin, I just don't see why. He looks a little bit too bulky. His color scheme is horrible. It's just so plain and boring. It's gray, it's ugly, especially for someone who's supposedly spray painting all over the place. You know, they're a professional spray painter or some bullshit. You could have a little bit more color, don't you think? And his back bling, so underwhelming. I hate this skin. Moving on to my least favorite skin of season 4, and I think a lot of you out here can agree. The fly trap was the worst skin in season 4. There's no doubt, guys. I think that skin will become rare. I don't think it'll ever be resold in the shop. So if you have it, make sure to rock it one day. Maybe in like 4 seasons from now, it's gonna be ultra rare and people are gonna be saying, like for fucking, they're gonna be tweeting too epic. Like for fly trap, just like they're tweeting like for playground right now. Maybe, we'll see. That would be insane. I'm gonna go back to this video, guys, and fucking upload it to my Twitter and be like, I told you. But I don't know. That seems like it probably won't happen. We'll just have to wait and see. But this one may not come back. Flytrap, the worst skin of season 4. Abstract, number 2. Toxic Trooper Hazard Agent, number 3. Those are my top 3 or top 4, whatever you want to consider it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Tell me your top 10 worst skins of season 4. Was it Omega? Was it Carbide? Was it Zoe? Was it Valor? Was it one of these skins out here that I didn't mention in this video? Thank you guys. Bye bye.